Hey, 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 Eric!
Well, looky there. It's Mark.
That's so meta! So what are you up to today, Eric?
Well, I've got an audition for a part in that new sitcom.
Whoa, that's so meta!
Okay, so big deal. I mean, you're in a sitcom too.
That's so meta!
Okay, that's it. I'm sick of this show. All that ever happens is I say something, and then you say that same catchphrase over and over again. It's stupid, boring, and I quit.
That's so meta! Speaking of meta, metadata may not be a search ranking factor, but it still matters, and here's why. Eric, we're talking about metadata today. So let's start with the definition. What is metadata?
Well, metadata is information that's kept in the HTML code of a web page, specifically for search engines that better understand what the page is about. But there's also a human element, which I'll discuss later. It consists of a title tag, a meta description, and a meta keywords tag.
So all three are equally important for SEO?
Well, actually no, Mark. All the way back in 2009, Matt Cutts of Google confirmed that they don't use the meta keywords tag for ranking purposes. So we actually can safely ignore it.
So that leaves us with the title tag and the meta description.
Right. And those should be placed in the head section of an HTML page. So they are one of the first things a search engine finds when they look at the page.
So what do search engines do with the title tag and meta description?
Well, aside from being basic clues to what the page is about, search engines may actually use either or both of those in the search result for that particular page, as you see here in this search result for our site's homepage.
So why is that important?
So first of all, Google uses the title tag in helping it rank your page for the right keywords. So the content you put in the title tag is incredibly important from a ranking perspective. And in addition, both the title tag and the meta description can increase your click-through rate, or your CTR as people call it, if they match the searcher's intent better than other results on the page. And then more of them might actually click on your result, even if it's not at the top.
Okay, so there are some good things you can accomplish with metadata, but are there ways to mess it up?
Sure, many sites either completely ignore metadata or they misuse it, actually.
Misuse it, or what do you mean?
Well, if you don't craft your title tag or meta description, Google will actually parse their own or create their own, and they may not be the optimum for your purposes.
So, but how could you misuse metadata?
Well, the most common way is by lazily putting the same description on every page of your site, or stuffing it with keywords, or simply creating blah titles and descriptions that don't do anything to entice people to click on the result.
So, well, thanks, Eric. And folks, Eric has written a comprehensive guide to metadata for SEO that you'll find linked in the notes for this episode. Now, in that post, he gives you 9 rules for writing better title tags and 6 more rules for meta descriptions that really sell your page.
And thanks for joining us on Here's Why today. Now stay tuned for another episode of That's So Meta on many of these stations.
Oh, Eric, you're back?
Yeah, well, I didn't get the part in that new sitcom, so here I am. But did you at least ditch that cheesy catchphrase?
You betcha, bro.
Okay, good. If I had to hear That's So Meta one more time. But anyway, have you gotten yourself into yet another zany fix that will somehow get you out of in the next 20 minutes?
You betcha, bro.
Okay, what is it this time? Accidentally got dates with both of the Monroe twins for the same night?
You betcha, bro.
Wait a minute, you keep saying that. Is that your new catchphrase?
You betcha, bro.
Folks, please write the sponsors and tell them to cancel their ads on this show. In the name of all that's decent, please get this right here off the air.
Now, that's so meta.